Hey guys, Colbert here. Welcome back to another video. Happy Friday to all of you. If you're somebody who's summoning, then maybe this video is more interesting to you. If you're somebody who's skipping the fusion, this has no interest to you basically, because this is an insane hero's path. Honestly, guys, I do not understand what goes through Plarium's mind with some of these fusions, making champions so difficult to get. I think they just put the carrot on a stick, and the carrot on the stick is not the actual fusion, but I think it's the relic material that's what they're trying to, make players push their resources on. So is this worth it for you guys? I don't know. It all depends. How many relics do you want? The cat's gaze. How many of those do you want? That's up for discussion. Depends on your account. Depends on how comfortable you're with spending your resources, and especially energy if you don't want to be summoning today. So let's have a look at the hero's path. I've already calculated the points to pick up all the fragments. We did get 4,500 points today for free, basically through a pack given by Plarium. So that's something. You get points based on the quality of the shard that you get, so that's okay. But it's still a lot of an investment to pick up the fragments in terms of summons if you don't want to be spending your energy, and it's a ton of energy, guys. So if you have a look at the points that you get, it's a normal dungeon divers. You get like 60 points for a 6-star mythical, which is what, like 2%? I think it's 2% or 2.5% on hard difficulty 10, and then it's, I believe, 2.5% or something for a 5-star mythical. So together the chance is 5% to get a mythical. But still, you're mostly gonna try to double dip in doing both if you're somebody struggling with your shards. If you're somebody who's comfortable with shards, like 200 void shards is gonna get you points to pick up all the fragments and the 5-star soul for one of the two champions, either Moto or Esme. If you want both, then you'll need to get another 50,000 points, okay, or so. Yeah, it's not an easy one, guys. It's not an easy one. So 4,500. The way that you are gonna go with this one is you're gonna go down all the way here to the 3,000 mark, and then all the way here to the 3,000 mark, and that is 34,000 points in total. It sounds a low amount, but it's a lot, guys. It's a lot, because remember, just through summoning, you're gonna need 50 void shards to get what, almost 40,000. It's half of 75,000. So it's an insane amount of investment in terms of voids, in terms of sacreds, kind of the same thing. It's a little bit under 10 sacreds to go for that one if you strictly want to get those points that way. Through dungeon divers, you can do it, but it's a lot of energy in there as well. You're gonna be farming one of the dungeons or something, and you're gonna get the points. But if you want to pick up all the fragments, and especially these materials, the regal masks, okay, that is the selling point here, guys. The regal masks, I think these, you get 2 of these and you have 100, so there's a very good chance you get a legendary relic from the event group. So that's the biggest selling point here. So what are the point requirements? As I said, guys, this is to get all the way here to pick up the first fragments. This is 17,000 points, okay? And then you go for another 1,000, so it's 18,000 points, so you get the key needed for this one. And then it's another 17,000 for this one, and then another 1,000, so 18 and 18,000. That's a lot, but it's 36,000, and then you spend another 3,000 to get those fragments. So in total, it's 39,000, guys, to get 15 fragments, which is the minimum you need, by the way. Is the minimum you need. If you remember the fragment calendar, guys, there's 25 fragments from the hero's path, and there's 125 fragments, I believe, available, and 10 of those are available through tournament groups. Let me just double check that, just to tell you guys if that is the real amount. Yeah, it's 125 and 10 from leaderboard, so it's 115 available basically. So you can lose only 15. But basically, if you're gonna go all the way and pick up fragments, you're gonna pick up these as well. So you'll get 15 from here. You get 15 from here, so you can miss 5 from another event or tournament that follows up in the next days. I know many of you guys are skipping this fusion, so this has absolutely no value of you, but somebody might have been interested in getting these, the regal masks, or even these, the epic ones. It's still a big investment to even get the epic ones, guys. So have that in mind. I think honestly this is just a bit too much. They've shown how bad this event was through the last dungeon divers, which ended when this started. So you only have 3 days to pick up the points. So it's an insane investment in terms of just energy. I would highly suggest people who are not going for the fusion to not spend resources in going for any of these, because again, you won't have any use of the champion if you're not going for the fusion. The fragments don't mean much for mod, the champion we get from fragments. Remember that, so you can exchange fragments of champions you don't have full fragment amounts of. I don't know. I've got all the fragments so far, but it still seems a lot for me to go all the way to get the perfect soul for her. I've reached a point where she won't do anything to my account. If I had Moto, if there was a guaranteed for Moto as well here, this would have been a different discussion if Moto was up for grabs and the fragments were available. But again, very difficult in my eyes, very difficult hero's path in my eyes. They needed to either put this in 5 or 6 days and then have some other dungeons go along the way with this one. But I don't think they have. There's going to be a dragon tournament and a champion training tournament starting on Sunday. So if you want to pick up points while farming those, you can on Sunday. But it's still going to be, tight in terms of you need to finish your dragon tournament that day. You need to pick up on the points. It's going to be difficult. Me personally, I'll do summons, because look at this. There's a 15x. I'll do summons just for this guy right here, Narcissus. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. 10 voids, and I'm going to call it. That's going to give me enough fragments as well. So I thought, might as well go for this. I won't Narcissus, so this is a good chance for me. I'm far away from pity, so I have no delusions of getting this guy, and also it's a 15x. So whatever happens, happens. We're going to see here if we pick up on anything. We'll see. So 10 voids, that's what? 7,500? That's ridiculously low, guys. Ridiculously low. Yeah. Didn't really like that, but it gave me the points. Let's have a look on what I can do with 12,000. So it's 4,500 that I got plus the 10 voids. So we'll go down this route. That's what you gotta do, by the way. And I can't even buy this. So I'll need to farm the remaining or do summons for the remaining. Mystery shards give you nothing. Give you 3 points. Ancient shards as well. Give you like 3,000 per 10 pull. And then primals. I'm not opening my primals. Sacred shards. What are the champion through sacreds? I think I remember, but it's maybe Moto, just to pick up on a Moto would have been nice. But again, I only have like 3 sacreds on the account. And I do think we have a champion chase tournament coming in Friday. Starting on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and ends on Monday, I believe. 15 fragments. Insane. In terms of the investment, it's just too much. Let me just show you guys the calendar again in case. Here's the fragment calendar again, guys. If you were wondering what I'm talking about. So Dragon Tournament, Champion Training Tournament starts here. It goes along the hero's path. Gear enhancements also available. Ice Golem. And then there's the Champion Chase Tournament. So 15 fragments here. You'll have to get these. So it's a huge investment for this fusion. It's the worst fusion they've ever done, in my opinion. The worst fusion they've ever done in terms of difficulty. So far, it feels very difficult for all players. So it was a huge skip for everybody. So if you decided to skip on day 1, good for you. Good choice, guys. I don't think you'll regret it. Esme is not going to be a game changer. He's not a newt. It's none of the champions we had in the past. It's not a void champion. It's by no means Thor, for example. So if I compare Thor with her, both barbarians, Thor is an insane champion, and both were fusions, right? So nowhere close, Plarium. This was a bad move. Maybe they do these on purpose just to get the players who feel like the fear of missing out, the FOMO guys. They want to get those to spend their resources. Maybe like me, but I honestly wanted Narcissus, so that's why I did the 10 pull. I'll see on how many points I'll get on Sunday with the champion training and the dragon tournament, and maybe those will be enough for me to pick up on the 15 fragments. We'll see though. We'll see. I don't think they're going to be enough. I might need to be pulling some voids or maybe even some sacreds if I don't want to be spending insane amounts of energy by then. I hope you guys have a good Friday. Do your summons if you want to, if you're looking for one of the voids. They look sweet, but it's a 15x progressive, so very RNG heavy, like how Raid is. Thank you all guys for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. See you guys.